So I took the band over and called it Sohan and the Experiments. That rest is history.
Which year was that?
1975.
So how many years this year? 85, 95, 50 years?
Yeah. Yeah, I would have been a lawyer. I was going to be a lawyer. I passed out as a lawyer, and suddenly everything turned topsy-turvy, and I just completely switched professions. That's where you look,
Yeah.
Sohan, give me your purse, your wallet.
Now he's trying to
I made
eat
sure
you
that I didn't
alive.
bring it this time.
Sohan, give me your wallet.
I didn't bring it deliberately. I didn't bring it.
There's a big story behind
May I
this
see your
wallet.
pockets there?
We went to London, to Denmark Street, and then in a music shop, can you believe that we bumped into Barry Gibb? Of all the people.
Oh, wow.
Myself,
Any fan moments? Any memorable fan moments? Because you were quite a stud, like he said.
well, I don't know, nothing that I can recollect.
Like it.
But
No, sorry.
Nothing that he
Sorry.
wants to
Kumar is the
relate.
store.
Shush.
Good. Next question.
Yeah, I think we shouldn't bring your friends on the show, Kumar, because you know too much about them and you want to reveal
45
everything.
years I know this man. Come on. Welcome to our final edition of the Fame Game with myself and Rozanne at the beautiful French boutique hotel La Maison de Colombo at Stratford Avenue in Colombo 5. And we close the year with the man who was once called the godfather of the music scene in Sri Lanka. So, are you still the godfather of music
I'm
in
the
Sri Lanka?
grandfather now.
He's the grandfather. Okay, that's being very modest. You
very
actually
modest,
are a
yeah.
grandfather.
Yes, I am.
How is the little girl?
She's just 4 years old now.
Wow.
And a load of fun, keeps me going, yes.
Great.
Tell us, how did experiments start? And why experiments? Did you experiment a
Well,
lot at that time?
Yes, I was experimenting a lot, and there was a band called the Experiments then.
Run by
And-
Marcy Pereira.
Yeah, under Marcy Pereira, and these guys all migrated to Australia. So the name was there. Somebody said, why don't you take it over? And then I was singing with Gabo and the Breakaways. So I took the band over and called it Sohan and the Experiments. That rest is history.
Which year was that?
1975.
So how many years this year? 85, 95, 50 years?
Yeah.
50 years of the
Yeah,
experiments.
yeah.
That makes you how
Don't
old,
talk
Sohan?
too much.
Too much about
much about
years
it, yeah.
and age and
I
Oh,
was
you were
a-
like 10 years old. Okay,
I was
fine.
about 5 years then.
You're 5 years old. So 50 years of experiments. Wow. So female singers have come and females
gone.
have gone.
Yes.
Of all of those female singers with experiment, which is the worst one to work with?
Worst one to work with.
You
I
can
think
pass.
I
You can pass.
yeah.
I'll just pass on that one.
Who is the easiest one to work with?
Delrine.
Delrine.
Yes.
Yeah, she's very, very
Yeah. She was
accommodating,
Very easygoing, yes.
easygoing, easy to work with. So
We used to call her Delrine Akka because anything goes with her. And
okay.
Yeah,
Rozanne, I'm
kind
buying
of.
time for your next questions.
Oh, I'm waiting till you finish your questions. So, if it was not for music, what would we have today?
He's a
as
lawyer, by the
Sohan?
way.
yeah, I would have been a lawyer. I was going to be a lawyer. I passed out as a lawyer, and suddenly everything turned topsy-turvy, and I just completely switched professions. But I have no regrets.
Yeah, you enjoy.
Before
what
you
do.
go any further, I want to tell you I had a huge crush on Rozanne. I think I still have.
You're 20 years too late.
But
Liar.
I don't like
The way he looks.
jealous way you look,
Yeah.
Sohan, give me your purse, your wallet.
Now he's trying to
I made
eat
sure
you
that I didn't
alive.
bring it this time.
Sohan, give me your wallet.
I didn't bring it deliberately. I didn't bring it.
There's a big story behind
May I
this
see your
wallet.
pockets then?
They're empty.
What did you find in his wallet?
I don't know. He was looking for something, and he was very disappointed when he didn't find
I think
it.
he needed it, right? That's
Yeah,
why.
that's the thing. There was urgent. He had an urgent need for it, and it wasn't there.
Can
in
I
my.
explain? Can I explain?
Okay,
You can.
next question, please. So, 50 years. Any unforgettable memory? I mean, you
No,
must
so
be
going back
having
to
so
ITN many years ago, Sohan
Right.
was a guest on one of my talks at ITN and he came. He had this reputation of being this major Romeo.
It's
So
just
I
a reputation. Right?
manipulated.
Hearsay, just reputation. It was.
Okay, here's
Yeah.
Okay. So I manipulated where Sohan had to go to the toilet, and he left his bag behind, and I checked the bags, and I found nothing. So he actually is a decent guy. He really is a decent guy.
Yeah.
Happy? Relieved, no? I cleared the air. Wait, Rozanne, next question, go ahead.
Kumar is a terrible liar. Let's go with 50 years.
Right.
Any memorable moments?
Oh,
Many, I can say.
so many
If you can
memorable
just
yeah.
pick out one or two.
Well, once we were on tour, and I remember we went to London, to Denmark Street, and then in a music shop, can you believe that we bumped into Barry Gibb? Of all the people.
Oh, wow.
Myself, Neville and Judy.
Accidentally?
Wow.
Accidentally. He came to check out a guitar. We went to buy some drumsticks. And we just, and
You froze.
I froze. And Judy said, "This is Barry Gibb." And I said, "Cannot be." He said, yeah. And she's quite forward that way. She went up to him and asked him whether he's Barry Gibb. And he said, yes. And where are you from? Then she said, from Sri Lanka. Then he said, Sri Lanka, I have been there.
Huh?
So she said, you have been there? Yes, incognito, he said. So at that time, even Judy didn't know what incognito means. So she came and asked me, what do you mean by incognito? I said, he has come in disguise. So then she understood, but he was very nice to us. And we gave him some Sri Lankan tea. And within 10 minutes, he was gone. But I still have the pictures to prove it. Other people
Think
don't
you're
believe.
lying.
Yes.
Yes.
There are so many instances like that abroad.
Then buying sound in Singapore.
Yes, then
Lots of-
seeing Gypsy Kings and Leo Say in Oman, then meeting Latoya Jackson in Sri Lanka at the Taj. So many
Memorable
nice
incidents,
memories. Yeah.
Any fan moments? Any memorable fan moments? Because you were quite a stud, like he said.
Well, I don't know, nothing that I can recollect.
Like it. But no, sorry.
Nothing that he
Sorry.
wants to
Kumar is a
relate.
store.
Shush.
Good. Next question.
Yeah, I think we shouldn't bring your friends on the show, Kumar, because you know too much about them and you want to reveal
45
everything.
years, I know this man. Come on.
Do you miss the band?
Well, actually, I don't miss the band because I'm still very much in show business.
Mm-hmm.
I perform with lots of other bands. In fact, a lot of new avenues are opened out for me because I used to avoid guest spots those days because of my own band. Because
Okay, but
they
now you have
lose
more
work.
freedom?
But now I'm free to perform. I've been many times to London, States, or doing solo stuff. And also, even in Sri Lanka, I perform with lots of bands. So it has sort of, in a way, given me more freedom to operate and less responsibility. When you have a band, especially when it comes to bookings and all that, you have to make sure you keep them going. So
Yeah.
you feel a huge
So
responsibility.
you don't have that weight now, you can just perform.
Exactly. But I do manage another band with a friend of
RO
mine.
is a band that
Yeah.
you actually manage.
A new
and
band
promote.
called RO.
How are they?
They are superb. They are doing really well. Energetic young set of boys, and myself and Krishanta Di Silva, two of us manage them jointly. They rehearse in my studio, and they are doing very well. In fact, they are playing
Discipline wise, how are they?
excellent. That's one thing I made sure from the very start that discipline is number one, and there are no shortcuts to fame. You've got to put
Repertoire
in the-
wise, how are they?
when they started, they were totally Oriental. Then we brought in Western music, and now they have a superb, extensive repertoire, and they can perform anywhere.
Are they performing at 31st
Yes,
night
they are
this
performing
year?
as a supporting
Cinema
band, and they are backing
Live
about 5 or 6 artists also at the show. They're very versatile.
You're
So
happy?
you'll beat them.
Yeah. You're happy?
Yes, he'll be around. He's the MC for, though he's underplays that part.
He's the
Yes.
MC.
I have to underplay my
No
part.
one wants to know.
Yes. You should ask him how much he's charging us.
My
Last
God.
year was
Can
a
you all
better
afford him?
Yeah. I think after this we will not be able to afford him. Now he's got too popular.
Ah,
Yes.
Lalani, your wife.
Yeah.
How much do you still miss her, Sohan?
Well, we've been together for over 44 years, so it's a long time, and that memory will never fade away. But then, as she would want me to go on with my life, so I just carry on. But it's almost 6 years now since we lost her during that COVID period, and it's very tough at the start, as you know.
Do you have lonely moments like,
Oh yes,
nostalgia,
yeah.
memories keep
Because all
flooding
these
back?
memories keep coming back, and then suddenly you feel all alone. Sometimes when you go abroad and come back, and I wonder, when I go to the duty-free shop, normally I have to buy a perfume or something, and suddenly I feel that there's nobody to do it
There's a
anymore.
huge void there.
Yeah, huge void. So, but then thank God my little granddaughter was born 4 years ago. Her name is Sienna, by the way. She's an absolute joy. So I keep seeing her almost daily, and she keeps me going actually.
So lately, you do a great job in helping out a lot of musicians work-wise.
Yeah.
Do you find fulfillment in it?
Oh yes, I get a lot of job satisfaction because I have about 80 musicians working for me in one of these hotels, five-star hotel, and I've been able to give 5 bands and about 20 other musicians a lot of work and
Employment, income.
Yeah, income, and they are doing really well, and that gives me. I think you can't assess it in terms of money, but the satisfaction I get by seeing all these guys getting, treated very well by the hotel, and they get a decent wage, and it keeps them going. That gives me immense satisfaction, actually.
How do you think the music scene has changed within the past 50 years, let's say?
Well,
Since experiments started and now?
things have changed, and the people who are still popular, people who managed to evolve, and change their life. Because initially it was Western bands used to play only Western music, and they were confined to Colombo. Now it's a different story. Now the bands, they have a very vast repertoire. If you take a dance those days, we used to play all Western music, and Baila was no go. But today the bands, if they want to survive here as well as abroad when they go on tour, Sri Lankan music course has taken hold of. And they have to have a very wide repertoire, because when it comes to a wedding, most of the stuff we do is now Sinhala. And we have got some very good composers now, very talented guys doing our own music. So we are getting that own identity of ours. And I think it's a good thing. People like Bhati and Santosh actually led the way. There are so many other new composers now who are coming to the scene and who are doing a good job. And we have something which we can say is actually ours.
So, who is your favorite in the recent generation?
Favorite
Music-wise, as in good musician.
I like people like Sangeet, who's with Vayo, then Billy 242, Bhati and Santosh, and people like that who are, I would call trailblazers, who really make a huge impact.
Been your worst moments on stage? I'm sure you must have.
Worst moment has been when
embarrassing.
When I've done a very good job, very good session, and everybody has been happy. And when I come out, somebody says, "Sohan, can you play something nice?" Yes, it has happened so many times.
Seriously?
Yes.
What's your reaction like?
Then I just look at him and say, "What do you think we were doing all this time?"
Yeah.
It's so difficult sometimes, You can't. They say you can't please everybody, so that's how it is.
So you like to perform in Sri Lanka or overseas more? What is
I like to perform in Sri Lanka, especially to a nice audience, appreciative audience. At the same time, I love performing abroad, especially in Australia, I must say.
Why
The Australian audiences, they have a lot of, I think, nostalgia for Sri Lanka. So when you go there, you feel so much at home. And most of the people, there are people who grew up with you, who are now in Australia.
Okay.
And they love to host you, take you around anywhere. Actually,
so you
most
get that
of the
star
band,
feeling.
Yeah, and when we come back, we always overweight. We have to use strike or something to send like goods, because they keep buying you stuff. And some of them still think, it's so funny, think that we don't have anything in Sri Lanka. They buy stuff.
Yeah, that happens. We have
happens.
nothing here.
Yeah, so when I say, no, we have that.
We have,
Oh,
yes.
you really have it? I said, yes, we have. So it's like
We
that.
don't have Nescafe, we
Yeah.
don't have chocolates, we don't have this.
Yeah.
How do you handle disagreements within the band? I mean, how did you
Well,
handle it?
it's like this, Rozanne. When you take a band, one thing is they're sensitive, they are temperamental. They each have to be handled differently, like 5 fingers in a band.
How did you do it?
It's very difficult. It takes years of experience. I made a lot of mistakes. From the time I was with Gabo and the Breakers, I knew the mistakes some of the other band leaders made also. So I tried to amend my ways. And it takes a lot of understanding. In some cases, you have to be like a brother to them. Some cases, you have to be strict. But you got to be very careful. So if I'm pulling up a guy, I would not pull him up in front of the others. I would call him aside and say, look, hey, this is wrong. If you do this and I allow you to go on like this, what do I tell the others? So sometimes they take it in a very good spirit. If you talk to them separately, they understand that you respect them.
Yeah.
But whereas if I pull up a senior musician in front of the other guys, he loses face, So that has helped me a lot. The other thing is to try your best when you're dealing with them to treat them equally.
With
Not
respect.
have double standards, and also to when it comes to payments, to make sure that you don't fool around with their money. That has really helped me. I've always made it a point to see that the bands are, my band is adequately paid. Some other band leaders, I'm sorry to say, I don't want to mention names, don't do this, and when the band leaves band members start leaving, they ask me, why are they leaving? So I always said, go back and see whether you have done your job properly as a band leader, because sometimes basically it's their weakness that causes people to move to other bands. Because if a band is doing well and if the band leader is treating the band members properly, there's absolutely no reason for them to leave your band and join another band.
So, if I am a member of your band, for example, and I have this alcohol problem,
Yeah.
so I drink before I perform, I drink with the guests, and
Yeah.
and then you kind of warn me, but
Yeah.
I still drink and I continue drinking.
Yeah.
How do you sack me?
Well,
You have to sack me, obviously.
Because
Discipline is number
very
one.
important, because I always tell them you're doing a job, you're being paid, so you can't just go to the bar and start drinking and then behaving in a dishonorable way. It impacts on the whole band, and ultimately the band itself loses
And the entire
bookings.
industry.
Yes, so it's a difficult thing. One advantage I have, I don't know whether you know, is I'm still teetotaler.
That was my next question. You don't touch alcohol? Why?
Yeah, I actually, frank to tell you the truth, I always say my father drank for all of us. So that's the reason.
One is enough.
So even my two brothers, we don't drink.
Really?
Yeah, they
At
don't.
all?
At all, yes.
Zero.
Yeah, no, my brother in Canada has a glass of wine or something.
Occasionally.
Yeah, apart from that, we are not, we drink at all. My brother here and we don't touch alcohol. So this helps because you have a clear head. Even at 4 o'clock in the morning, you have a problem with the guest, even you handle it differently if you're sober.
Yes.
That helps. But where the bands are concerned, I've had times when one or two members have behaved like this. I've warned them 2-3 times. If it's impossible, then we just completely have to replace. However good, however talented they are, you have to, because for the sake, greater good of all and the good of the industry, sometimes you have to make very hard decisions. Especially if they don't listen after you give them fair number of warnings.
How do you gauge the audience? I mean, this is as an advice to the younger generation also, because now they come prepared only with certain number of
Fixed
songs
repertoire.
or
It takes a little bit of time, but after a little while, after in the industry, you realize to read the audience.
Yes.
And then some of these guests, you know exactly, oh, this guy likes the old ballroom stuff, or this guy likes rock and roll medley. After 5-6 years in the industry, you see them at different dances, at nightclubs, at weddings when you play.
You remember the
immediately
faces.
you start thinking, oh, this is what they like. So that is a huge advantage you have
So
over.
experience counts.
Yeah,
If it's a mixed crowd?
yeah, it's like this. When you're on stage, if you're really observant, you can see whether your performance is going down in the crowd. So that's why I don't have a fixed repertoire or anything on stage. I call out, as and when I look at it.
Very
They have
impromptu in selecting.
I turn around and say them, now we are going to do a certain song. I turn around and tell them, no, we are doing this. Because I feel this is what. So you have to, most band leaders have through the
Don't read
years
the
realized
crowd.
this. And that has made their band performance a great, huge success. Because there are times you can do the best songs, but if you play it at the wrong time, you're going to lose the audience. And especially when they are dancing on the floor, you have to be very careful about the stops and starts. Because if you stay too long, if somebody on the floor decides to go back, you can play the next best song, but he's already walking off with his wife or girlfriend. You can't bring him back on stage. So it's good if you can do medleys, because then they're going to be there till the end of the song. The other thing is to make the announcements very slick and short, especially if they're on the dance floor.
No MCs coming and talking and stuff? No,
That's
yes.
right. Yeah, actually, you're not welcome at that point.
No, I know. Yes, I know it.
So, but the other thing is to make sure,
Kill it, yeah.
yeah, make sure that you do stuff that will keep them continuously on the floor. But if it's a concert, it's a different story, because concert is where they are seated and they listen to you.
Yes.
That is where people like you get a very
and
good
talk and
chance.
talk and talk and
Yeah,
talk. There's
you
no
can
problem.
talk, doesn't matter. But not when they're on
Yeah.
the floor. That's why I think you remember, even when it comes to a baila competition, you and I have
do it very
devised a
fast, very
plan,
quick,
do
very
it very
quick. Yeah,
fast,
yeah.
without eliminating one after the other. We give them some bands, so that say that 150 people on the floor, we give 20 bands. So the next
First
song
round
comes,
itself, you get a
we are
number
down to
out.
20
yeah.
people, and it's also embarrassing to say, please leave the floor if you're not being tapped and all that. So we give them tokens. So only the guys with tokens is to stay on. Actually,
remain,
he's
yeah.
the one who worked it out with me. So our violin competition is in 15 minutes we have found the winner also. Next one is
It's done
10
in 4
people.
songs. It's done in 4 songs.
Third one, 3 people, and then we can
Done.
decide. Yeah.
It's easy also.
Yeah,
then.
that's all. But some people, for 1 hour the baila competition is going on.
Yeah.
Because it's very bad for the people who are just not interested in
Watching,
baila.
yeah.
They're just watching. When is this going to end? When is same thing happens with beauty contests. At the beauty queen or this night, that night, that takes so long. And then the other
So it
place,
depends on the MC also.
very much.
Yeah.
The other places where 10 raffle prizes or 10 entrance ticket draws, Mrs. Fernando, Mrs. Tyagaraja, you one by one. For Mrs. Tyagaraja to come,
Takes
it takes
1 hour to walk.
True.
So, I mean, people are wondering, what is this? We are paid so much. To give 10 prizes,
You
half
kill
an
it.
hour.
No,
You
yes.
kill the dance. So, these are things we have learned through experience. And I think I tell to the new aspiring band leaders also, this is where we have to cut down, these unnecessary.
And the gaps between songs. You hardly have gaps.
Yeah, now I must say the new bands are very, very
No
quick.
gaps. It just
Yeah.
goes,
Hardly,
few
yeah,
seconds, but
yeah.
not like, sometimes 3 minutes. It's a long time.
Yeah. It's like dead air and then nothing is
Yes,
happening and
yes.
people are wondering what the next song is. So, those are things through the
yeah, I wouldn't want to stand on the
just hang
dance
around,
floor
yeah.
and just
And just
wait for the
wait.
next
and then
song.
some of them
yeah.
are discussing, shall we do this?
Yes,
Shall
yes,
we do that? Shall we do this? No, that has stopped now. To a lot, because most of them use in-ears now, and they are I don't know if they realize this, but most of them are connected to the band leader. He calls out, while the song is going on through the in-ear, he can talk to the band. Say, next song is this, or we extend this one, and so that helps a lot to eliminate the gaps.
Right.
That's what why you wonder why one earpiece is always on, because the band leader, what he talks on that mic, goes only to his band, to the drum. So like those days we have to shout out. Now you don't have to.
Yes.
You can say next song is Delilah. You can say while this, so they're getting prepared for that while this is going on. That helps a lot to eliminate the gaps.
So it's good to have a vibe, a good connection, and a good understanding between the band members also.
Oh, there is that comes through years when you work together. That teamwork comes automatically. What happens is 1 or 2 members change, then you go back 6 months.
Yeah.
You relearn all these songs. That's one of the most difficult people to replace. I think is the keyboardist, because he does all the arrangements. Yeah, drummers are easy. Bass is also easy to replace. It doesn't take a lot of rehearsals because most of these bassists can follow. But when the keyboardists go, all the orchestration, everything takes a lot of time for him to relearn all that. That's where the
Why do you
drawbacks.
always wear a hat?
I think I don't have much hair. That's why.
I've never seen that.
No, I have fair amount of hair, but not enough.
But
I've
that
never seen you with,
complements
first
his
time.
personality.
First time. I've never seen you with a hat.
You haven't seen me wearing hats. I wear hats.
Always with.
No, without a hat,
Without.
he has
Without a hat.
First
yeah,
step
yeah.
I saw
Yeah,
you.
now I feel like I got so used to wearing a hat or a cap that without
How
that,
many hats or caps do you have?
my
Oh my god, that's a huge
I lost
amount.
count. It's like Imelda Marquez's shoes.
Shoes.
So many hats and caps.
And the colorful shirts?
That I learned from you.
I matched
That I
him.
learned from you.
I matched you today. I thought, Sohan's coming. I should,
No, he
match
always
the
said
vibe.
dress smart, casual. And that I thought I must surprise him by wearing something colorful.
But you're silent elegance? Or
I
what?
chose to be different and not blend with the crowd.
He's not. Doesn't want to be part of the crowd. He's
Standing
having
out.
a dig at you and I.
Outstanding, outstanding.
Outstanding. Yes.
Out sitting rather, not standing.
So, who chooses the clothes when you...
Me and myself. Nobody else now.
Oh, you decide what you want to wear.
Yeah. For the moment, because some days I feel comfortable with something, some days I don't. So I just look at whatever I have and pull out something and make sure that
Mainly
it's-
black.
I love black actually.
Black Delrine. She's all black.
Yes, she's all black.
All black. That's it.
Yeah, she even supports all blacks.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever forgotten the lyrics of a song
Oh my
and
God.
then
Many
how did you
times.
cover up?
My God, that's amazing because sometimes when you're about, I remember once in a place called Kahawat, there were more than 50,000 people, 2 football fields full of people, and we were starting a session, 2 bands, Experiments and a group called Sunflower. And when I saw the crowd, I was overwhelmed because there's one sea of heads.
Oh.
So, yeah. And then our song was starting sort of the final countdown. I just couldn't remember the words. So every time the organist played the part where I had to come in, I turned on, I tell the people to clap. Clap. And I
That's
go back.
the trick.
Yeah, I told them to keep clapping because I didn't want to say I have forgotten the words. I go to the lead guitarist and I ask him, what is the... He said, he's also... I don't know. He says, he doesn't know. Then I go to my bass guitarist.
Or you just put the mic onto the audience side and say, sing now.
So while they're
very
clapping,
smart.
so then the bass guitarist, he stops playing bass and says, we are living together. That's all. I said, then I go back and start the song again and I sing it. So things like that happen.
Cover-ups happen beautifully.
And sometimes I've used the wrong words, but no, I do it in such a nice way that people don't
Nobody
realize.
knows.
Yeah.
Or
But the
they must
band
think
boys
that you
say-
willingly did that.
The band boss said, boss, you messed up, no? I said, yeah, don't talk about it.
Oh, wow.
Happens like that.
Now
so
we know.
many times. Yeah.
Now
Let
we
me
know.
check on 31st
Yes.
night.
Okay. But I
Okay.
think this happens too.
Everyone,
A lot
yes,
of-
yes. So when I get stuck, I look at her, then she talks. I
He
go
always-
blank
yeah.
at times. I
Right,
go
yeah.
just blank. Total blank.
Goes with the...
Just blank.
You know, I think the trick is if as long as you don't make the audience realize
Yeah.
they have made a mistake, it's fine. In fact, I tell the boys many times, whatever happens, I will not look back at all. Carry on as if it's normal. They think it's part of the act.
Yes.
But if you only make a look flustered and you look around, then
Your
they immediately know
expressions will give it
something.
away
that's right.
sometimes.
So if you can divert their attention, they'll just keep going with whatever you do. Sometimes we have done a verse where we should do a chorus, but they don't realize that you sort of put the onus back on them, you know. All this comes, Kumar, with experience.
Yes, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. How well did you know Clarence Vijayawardena?
Oh, very well. I knew him very well because when I was with Gabo and the Breakaways, he was with Super Golden Chimes and we used to play for a lot of shows together. So I knew him personally when I used to go to Singapore. I used to go to Singapore very often those days because my wife was working at Sri Lanka, so I used to get free tickets. So all the guitar strings he wanted special, all that I used to get for him and not even charge him because at that time it was very difficult to get the catgut strings in Sri Lanka. So he used that for his guitar and I used to always bring it for him. He has bought 1 or 2 sound systems from me, voice systems. And I was very friendly I was originally part of the Moonstones with Annesley.
You?
Yes.
Really?
Annesley and I
Annesley
started
never
together.
mentioned
I know you don't know that, but that's a fact. Annesley and I started together.
Okay.
Yeah. He was then a furniture salesman. And I was working at Finco as a legal officer.
Okay.
That's how when Moonstone started, I was originally the Western musician, Western singer for the Moonstones.
Okay.
Yes, and we were managed by Caves Entertainments at that time. So we go back. So when he was with Clarence, then I got to know him, Sunil Maran, a whole lot. So I've known Clarence. I really respect him as a fabulous composer more than anything else.
So was your character in the film?
No.
Moonstones?
No. Because they were.
It was a short period in the film.
No, some of us are totally ignored. I don't blame them. They couldn't, in a film of 2
you
hours.
can't fit in everything,
You
right?
couldn't fit in.
Yeah.
I mean, more than people like Lankika who are very much part of, were not even mentioned. So there's so many.
Did you like the film?
Very much, because only thing is, I think it's a bit, it's not very factual.
But that's, and even Annesley said
Yeah,
that, right?
It's based on a true story. So
Yeah, that's it. It's not factual
flexibility.
because Annesley and
Indrani,
they were from Ratnapur and they didn't live in palatial houses or ancestral homes. They had a very hard life at the start. I knew it because we were all having a very tough time at that time.
Didn't we all?
But according to the movie, they were all from very affluent homes, which is not true. Lots of other things, but
he
certain
mentioned
things
that
are true, like Vijay Korea helping them.
The
That is
3
true.
Koreas.
Yeah, 3 Koreas. All of them helped them. That part of it is true. And their popularity was amazing. So certain parts of it, but as a musical, I think it was very nice and it was acclaimed.
You
abroad.
watched that film how many times?
Pardon?
You watched that film how many
I
times?
watched it twice. And I was going to watch it for the 3rd time when my sister came down. Unfortunately, now it's not showing in the cinemas. I was trying to get a video copy even because quite a lot of people had missed it. And now because it's popular, they ask, have you seen it? And they have nowhere to...
I went 5 times.
Oh, really? That's great.
And waiting when Damit Vijayatunga, I know you're watching us, whenever you're free, that seat is yours. So just no way. Tough to catch him. He's impossible to get.
Right.
Working. He's busy.
He's busy. He's in Matale shooting these days. Looking back, if you had to change anything musically, what would you change?
Musically, I would actually start learning to play properly because I can play a little bit of guitar and a little bit of congas, but I've not been trained. So I don't know, though I've composed a few songs, I don't know anything about music that way. I just get a tune into my head, and then I think of some lyrics and then tell the boys to let's do the arrangements. But I would really wish I learned it the proper way.
Proper way, yeah.
And even my voice is not trained. I just learned it at home. Now, there are a lot of people who have gone to Mary and David now that they really know the voice control, breath control, all these things are very, very useful.
You haven't gone wrong.
I haven't gone.
No,
I
you have
haven't
not
gone
gone
wrong,
wrong.
but
He's
I've been
born
lucky.
talent.
Yeah, born talent.
Maybe, but some people ask me. Like I went with the two well-known singers to Canada, and in the room, the three of us together before the show, they were all practicing notes and this and that. And one guy is telling, yeah, I finished. Now you take over. And so they were for about 1 hour. They were practicing notes, and I was wondering what the hell is all this about. So then they asked me, I'm free now. You have to go to the bathroom because you get an echo and all in the bathroom. And so I said, no, I don't want. She said, you're not going to warm up your voice? I said, no. Don't you warm it up? I said, no, never. So anyway.
What was your typical day like back in the day? Like most of the shows are at night. So do you sleep during the day? Or?
Actually, this is something which is relevant today to even a lot of musicians. The danger is when you break rest, you must get your 7 hours sleep. If you don't get that, then you try to get up, you sleep at about 3-4 in the morning, get up at 8 and doing your normal work. You're groggy, your personality changes, and also I think your life expectancy.
Less creativity also.
Exactly, and you're basically in a bad mood if you lose. So what I have been told is, if you stay up, for God's sake, sleep till you get your 7 hours of sleep. Somehow you must get, because that's the only way that you can get back to your normal
Energy
life.
back.
Yeah.
Talking of working out at night, how understanding was Lalani?
Well, there was no
Husband always out singing.
But it worked out well because actually during the day she used to be with the kids.
Okay.
So in the night when I'm at there, the kids had her. Okay. So it worked out fairly okay.
Balanced
But some weekends, but she made it a point also to allow me to have my 7 hours sleep. Because we used to close all the curtains in the room. So the bedroom, it was, there was
Night
always,
during the day also.
yeah. So that helped a lot. And she said, not wake me up. And I knew that I was doing an important job, like the breadwinner.
Of course, yeah.
So she made sure that, but the worst thing is they woke you up at 5-6 in the morning and she wouldn't let the kids even come to the room, Said,
So that
Tati has
support
to
is
sleep.
important.
Very important. And advantage here again is if you don't drink, because you don't have a hangover. So when I get up in the morning, I have a king coconut or something and I'm fine. But some of them, I don't want to mention names.
Yeah,
They are
we
so
know.
high that when they get up, they again start looking for drinks.
Yes.
So because that's where you screw up your life, I think. Everything in moderation, I would say.
Rozanne, fire the last question.
Yes.
Oh, is that all? I was expecting much more.
No,
I'm being very kind to you. So.
Thank you.
He's
Appreciate it.
trying to be kind because otherwise he'll lose the 31st
We got to
night.
work
There you
together. We got to work together.
Oh, there's always a catch. where it's
There's a
concerned.
catch. There's a catch.
Yes.
If you came in Jan, it would have been worse.
Yes. Yes.
Anything that you have to say to the young bands out there today, because they are like mushrooms shooting up and then the next moment sometimes.
Rozanne, what I noticed is most of them are amazingly talented.
Yes.
Because
that's
now
true.
with YouTube and WhatsApp and social media
Digital
and everything,
music
they
enhancements.
all those influences are in them. They're ingrained in them, and they are very talented. Because we didn't have those influences, but now with all that, they reached an incredible level. The only thing I tell them is you must have a passion for music. You can't just become a musician. You must
Yeah.
have a passion for it. Second thing is
Not only
dedication.
for the money.
And there are no shortcuts. You've got to do the hard work was behind it, because there are some people who are this one song wonders. They come and go and then they're gone. But if you really want to stay in the industry, make a mark and have your own identity, then you've got to put in a lot of work. It's just a song coming out, another song coming out, and you singing around the world is one thing, but there's a lot of hard work behind it. There are no easy ways to the top. Most of the people who got there and who stay there are people who are really
Got their foundation solid.
Yes.
So, our last question: how do you interpret two tags that you have, fame and celebrity?
Tell me again.
How do you interpret, or what do these two tags that you have mean to you? Fame, celebrity.
Well, celebrity is not a thing that you can really ask for. It comes if you've done good work and people appreciate what you're doing, and through the years they have seen you. they like what you're doing, then you automatically become a celebrity. It's not something you can buy. It comes to you after years of, not after years, could be after even 1 year. You can but the question is never, just because you're a celebrity, never try to be a superstar. Be the same simple. 20 years ago, when you were checking my purse, I was the same guy. So that's how you have to be. And as
I
for
couldn't
fame,
check it today.
okay, thank you. And what's the other thing?
Fame.
Fame is something which is actually temporary. Sometimes you can be very, very popular and everybody wants to. And sometimes they ask you, who is this guy? So, it depends on what audience, especially the younger crowd who may not know what Clarence or what we did, may not even know who we are now. So, it's fame is a very temporary thing. But both these things, I think you have to handle very well. There's one other thing I want to tell you. Do you know today what date today is? Today is the 26th of December.
Tsunami.
Yes, tsunami. That's right. So,
Okay,
yes. Tell me.
Okay.
Ask me.
So this is our final program for the year.
Yeah.
And normally I close. I would like you to close this final program for the year.
Right. I would say now it's almost 25 years since tsunami, right? 2004.
21 years exactly.
21 years. Okay. And that was one of the worst drawbacks where the country was concerned. But like the phoenix, we rose from the ashes because we are very resilient. And I said, we always come back. And I think our best time comes after disaster, when everybody unites and tries to help.
So we've had horror this month of December.
Exactly.
End of November.
So we went through the
Absolute
same thing
horror.
just 3 weeks back. We went through the same thing. And again, we have started rebuilding. And lots of people who have different political affiliations also have got together. They've forgotten petty politics and they're all working together to build this country again, because Sri Lanka is a beautiful place. And we must bring it back to where it was. And what I feel sorry is we were doing so well. Tourism was booming, economy was coming back, and this was a huge setback. But that doesn't mean that's the end of the story. We must be very positive. And I'm sure given a little bit of time, we'll rise again from the ashes. And the country that we love so much will be once again the beloved Sri Lanka that we all love.
That's so beautiful, Sohan. Thank you for being with us as our last guest for 2025. And we look forward to seeing you, this bubbly personality in 2026.
My crush is still
also.
there, Rozanne.
Yes.
Though he's making him jealous.
Now the crush is mutual.
That's making
Y'all.
him really.
Yeah, otherwise-
That's making him really jealous.
Yeah. But I mean, y'all, what did you expect?
Let's end on that note, Kumar.
Have I finished talking, both of you?
Yes.
So on that note of resilience and hope and positivity, we'd like to wish all of you, the three of us and the entire Fame Game team, a blessed and a peaceful and a safe and a better new year, all of you.